Meet childhood sweethearts Sam and Lara. They're 21 and have been together for 5 years.
Lara literally jumped into my life. I was talking to one of her friends at school and she literally, boop, hi, my name's Lara, da, da, da.
Sam works as a model, so it's no surprise what first attracted Lara to him.
He is like drop dead gorgeous, obviously, and he's funny. He's very charming, and he always makes me laugh, always.
Lara works part-time in a taxi firm.
And what time do you want that for?
As well as volunteering at the Blue Cross.
Do you want to go for a walk? Okay. My ambition is to become a veterinary nurse, and it's quite hard to get a nurse position, like a student position, without having any work experience or anything like that.
She laughed at my silly jokes, found me funny. Obviously, she was amazingly gorgeous. In a way, fair dead overrules for her. It's been like that ever since.
For the past year, these lovebirds have been shacked up together in this gorgeous house right in the heart of London's swanky Islington.
Me and Sam will just generally lay on here, like entwined, trying to fit on the sofa.
No, they haven't won the lottery. It's all down to the generosity of one person, Sam's lovely nan, Jean.
I live rent-free, electric-free, internet-free, everything free.
Sam's lived with his nan since the age of 3, and it's fair to say he's had it pretty easy.
She does my washing. Most of the times, she does the cleaning.
Clean the room, I change the bed, do his washing and then his ironing.
I think he does get mollycoddled a bit.
Nan even cooks for Sam, who has got used to snacking on steak sandwiches.
Steaks for dinners, not for a snack.
I have a steak 3 times a day if I could.
Eat lunch, no. Well, we always say to him it's a hotel for him.
Thing is, Sam isn't paying hotel rates. In fact, he's not paying any rates at all.
You never give me money.
Oh, no, of course I do.
You go out when I go to bed and you come in when I get up.
What?
It might be rent-free, but there is one downside to living with Nan.
I don't think your nan's knocked once when she's come in.
She don't knock. She never knocks.
Definitely, sex life's not good when you live with your nan.
Whenever something's about to go down, you can always hear the stairs, dum, dum, dum.
Normally hear her coming up the stairs and we're like, oh my God, crap.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. You all right? Nice of you to knock.
Yeah.
Like that, basically. And I've not got a lock on my door. I've got like a dodgy door.
So generally about 7 o'clock in the morning, either me or Sam will pick up this thing here and just shove it against as much as we can. At least we've got a bit of pre-warning so we know that she's trying to get in.
Now Lara is desperate for privacy.
We're just like, oh my God, we need to get out of here. Like, we need to have our own space and stuff like that.
So she's decided it's time they moved out, and we're going to help them try it for a week, but there's one big problem. As well as his modelling, Sam also works in a shop, but he's been known to blow a week's wages on one boys' night out.
If we're going out on a mad night out, you could easily spend 200 quid. Easily.
As soon as he gets a bit drink down him, he then spends more money. Sometimes he ends up going out and spending 300 quid, and that really upsets me.
And what doesn't go on booze goes on his wardrobe.
He continuously comes back,
That's 500.
even with a little bag.
That's probably around 500.
And I think, oh, how much have you spent now?
That's a grand and a half.
Not to mention his generous side.
Sam bought me these, Sam bought me them. He bought me these because I told him I loved them.
That's been way too much on treating Lara.
Well, this one was about 300. I'm a proper, like, girly girl at heart. This one was, like, 250. This one was 250. I mean, everyone likes the pretty things, don't they? Everyone likes the finer things in life. This was 220. And then my Louis, which I've had since I was 16, that was about 500 quid, I think.
But now Lara's desperate for a home of their own, is Sam ready to swap spending for saving?
For me and Lara to work, I definitely think we have to move out because, you know, it just comes a point where you can only be living here for so long. You need your own privacy and we need to start a life together.
So that was big spender Sam and his shoeaholic girlfriend. They're about to wave bye-bye to their cushy lives. How on earth are they going to cope in the big bad world?
That's £1.5 grand. It's about money.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's pissing me off.
Giving both couples the money they need to try renting a place of their own for a week. But it's the same budget they would have if they were going it alone for real.
I don't know about you, but I'd prefer to live in a really nice place and be a bit skint.
In London, Sam and Lara are working out exactly how much that is. Sam's desperate to stay near his nan in fancy and fashionable Islington, but rent here doesn't come cheap.
It doesn't have to be local all the time. We can venture out and look at a new place.
But you just can't be living in a complete
Like-
piss pot. Like, I just wouldn't want to be there.
So as soon as you
With
get
Sam
out
not
of
known
London,
for his
things
saving and Lara just working part-time, Nan's worried about how they'll afford it.
Lara saves. I know she does. She's very good. She would rein things in and she'd say, no, Sam, you can't do this and we can't afford that. So let's, get our priorities right.
Right, we earn
After
like
5
£1
years together, they have no idea what each other earns until now.
How much are you getting now? If we was to work out, what would you be giving
Well, I earn about £1 a month.
for the year? So I'm on about the same.
But that's only what he earns part-time. With that and his modelling, he should be loaded.
I don't know how much you earn and when you get it, because a lot of times you don't tell me, and you're like, oh, I've just booked a holiday or I've just bought a jacket. I'm thinking, how the hell are you paying for that? Huh? It's your money.
It's my money.
Okay. Oh, I'd like to know how much you get from modelling.
Like 11 grand.
11 grand. That's like what I earned for the year from radio. That's basically
I
like
don't know
double
where it's
your own
gone.
pay.
I don't know where it's gone.
But she's no super saver herself.
You went to uni for 2 years and you got student
One and a
loans.
half. Do you know how much I owe them?
Grands, probably.
No.
How much?
Probably about 12 grand.
12 grand. You went to uni
Yeah.
to do a 4-year course in events management, ended up going there a year and doing a bit of cheerleading and come out in 12 grand debt.
I just like having things.
With all their money tied up in booze, shoes and student loans, Sam and Lara work out they have just £700 a week to live on. It's moving day for Nanny's boy Sam, and he's thinking about just 2 things.
Alright.
His stomach,
Well, can I pop back up here for dinner and that?
What are you talking about? That's the whole point.
What do you mean, no?
You're meant to do your own washing, not bring it home to your nan to wash. This is why I think he wanted somewhere nearby.
and sex.
I think one of the best things about it is that we ain't gonna have to be quiet anywhere. You gonna be alright without me?
Yes.
Yeah? Of course. Near, far, wherever you are. You're not gonna cry? Show some emotion. Happy, she's can't wait.
Nan's not exactly fighting back the tears, but she does have one concern.
I'm not so much worried about him not being capable, but it's the finances. Because Sam thinks when he earns money, that money's all for him and it just goes on him.
We're off, Nan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah, say bye.
No one forgets leaving home for the first time, but Sam and Lara are about to find out that independence comes at a price. A massive £367 a week.
It's tiny.
It's way small.
For a very snug, 1-bedroom flat.
Like you wouldn't have much to walk around in. You think once the door's closed, that all you have is a bed here.
Not exactly what they've been used to. But at least they can jump into bed uninterrupted.
No, that belongs to that corner there.
But only if they can
you
work
turn-
out
now
how
turn
to
the
make
TV.
it.
No, that might. That's not normally a problem, doing it?
No,
It
it's
just
exact-
seems to be like a really odd.
It's not at all. It's just go and hold the duvet corners. Just go and hold that. That'll be your job now, yeah?
I think living with this bird's going to be a nightmare.
Oi!
Can we just take this off and see if this sheet is a proper sheet?
It is a
It
sheet.
seems to have like 10 corners.
Wait.
Not quite the bedroom workout the couple were imagining. And now, spendaholic Sam's got an even bigger challenge to face. He's got to plan their spending for the week.
All right, so after rent, we've got £333.25. Okay, but then we've also got to think of bills as well.
Having to allow over £100 just for bills comes as a bit of a shock. So they've got £233 between them.
That, so we don't touch it.
Once we've done the food shop, we can split it and then work out even, because I'm not having you walking around with that in your wallet. You've got too many temptations.
While Lara keeps tight hold of those purse strings, back in Islington, Sam and Lara are facing a nerve-wracking experience of their own. Will their relationship stand up to the ultimate test? Their very first supermarket trip.
What
What about steak? Oh, Lara. Half price. Get that one as well then.
I'm not getting loads of steak.
With Sam used to snacking on steak, how will he cope with a budget of less than £10 a day for the both of them?
Yeah?
No,
Why not?
because that one is cheaper. That one's 95p. No, Sam, they're £1.15.
Oreos, Lara.
I know, but you can
There's
only...
one thing you've got to let me off of.
Yeah,
Just
okay,
let me
just
have
one
some
packet
Oreos.
then.
It's clear reining in Sam's expensive tastes isn't gonna be easy.
You sure you don't want like a little thing to go?
What does it do?
But has Lara managed to keep Sam on budget?
It's £63.01.
Lovely, that's fine.
£3 and 1p over.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
About what we said.
We should frame that as our first shop together. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Now they're all set to whip up a gourmet budget meal. That's if they can get over one small glitch.
Oh yeah, it's on. Look, just do it down here.
That's the oven.
We haven't got a Scooby-Doo to work.
This cooker. I've never ever seen a cooker. Oh, I'm Googling it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Genius.
Sam's proved he's got brains as well as biceps.
I've got an instruction.
Hey.
But can he impress Lara with his cooking skills?
My nana's seen me cook before a few times, but it is a bit of a rare occasion. I'm just kind of waiting for pasta to naturally cook in water that's not boiling.
Let me know if you need a hand. Feels weird me sitting down and you cooking dinner.
Sod all's happening. Sod all's happening there either. So it's just flopping.
I'm sure it'd be lovely because it's made with love, isn't it?
Yeah, darling.
Really good, Sam.
Steak it's not, but for tonight, veggie mince tastes just as good.
It's not bad for what we had, is it?
It's really nice.
Even if it is served a la paper plate and saucepan.
Have I done you proud?
Very.
Best of all, they've still got dessert to come. And it's guaranteed to be stomping footstep and interruption free. But the next morning, with Lara at work, it's not long before the harsh realities of domestic life kick in.
She hasn't done anything yet. She ain't washed up. I cooked and cleaned yesterday. I've got up in the morning, tidied up, did the bed, did the bathroom, made breakfast, washed and cleaned mine and her stuff. She ain't done nothing.
But if Sam thinks Lara's bad, and they're not the only ones making the most of life without any watchful eyes.
Oh, there he is. Saturday, mate.
Hey, mate,
Yeah,
what?
I'll let you
Sam and Lara have a big night with their
is it?
friends planned too, but it's only
Wow.
their second day in the
Good
flat
week,
and
nice.
Sam is worried about money.
Cup of tea or anything? You want to see the money we got left?
Yeah.
Ain't good, mate. We were doing the budgets and all that for the week, haven't we? So we went on a shop, put money on oyster cards. I swear, like, a one has gone already.
I think we've got £100 left now. It's getting a bit tight because you think about there's two of us, that's £50 each, and we've got 6 days left, well, 5 days left now. Ta-da!
Hey, you alright, babe?
What are your plans?
He's on the booze, I'm on the orange juice.
Really? You've been out before though, and it's been a messy turnout, so what about the money then? You're not taking it all with you?
Why?
Because this is what we got to live off for the rest of the week.
Well, you can have 40 then and I'll keep 60.
Why do you keep the 60? I'm more responsible than you are.
Lara claims to be the responsible one. But while she hits a pricey bar, Sam opts for pull for a pound.
We was going to go have a bit of a mad night out, but after having the realisation of getting a budget and all that, it hit me like a ton of bricks.
And while Sam sticks to orange juice, Lara and her mates work their way through not one, but 2 bottles of expensive wine. And that's just for starters. Lara's getting going on the dance floor as Sam heads home to save the pennies.
I feel good, like knowing that I'm, I ain't gonna wake up with a hangover and I've got a few more quid in my back pocket. Do you know what I mean?
And when Lara rolls in tipsy 2 hours later, she's in for a surprise.
Can't believe you've done that. Sam has tidied up completely, cleaned everywhere, and has left me tea and biscuits on the side. You're so lovely. You're so cute, honestly. Oh, I love you.
While Lara is still giddy on her pricey plonk, date night begins.
Oh no, don't burn me.
Stupid, though.
Do you know what you're doing?
Of course I know what I'm doing.
Hoping to strike it lucky.
You're so corny.
Money might be tight, but romance comes first.
How much money have you got left for this tonight?
£10.
Is that enough?
I've already paid for the bowling.
I've got £30.
They have just £40 to last them another 4 days. Can they keep it in their pocket tonight?
Give me
Yeah, that's a shot.
I'm starving.
Fancy.
You want a burger? I wonder how much it costs.
A lot is massive. But the spending doesn't end there. By the end of the night, they're down to almost nothing.
We spent like £38. But I love doing things. It makes me smile. It makes me happy.
But with their entire budget almost blown, how long can this happiness last? The following morning, the fun is over and they're both feeling the effects of their splurge.
The budget is non-existent anymore, I don't think. Maybe we have like 10 left.
We have got £2 left.
I think it's kind of difficult. Me and Sam have never had to stick to a budget before. But I think it's just a learning curve and I'll soon get to grips with like sacrificing things like going out with friends or going to the cinema or things like that and just having to sit at home and eat crap.
I could live with the cooking and the cleaning and all that kind of stuff. That's not a problem to me, but it's the money at the end of the day. I wouldn't be able to live being this skint.
Back in Islington, after blowing their entire budget in the first few days, Sam and Lara are left facing a diet of super noodles and crisps. But they've just been made an offer they can't refuse.
I rang my nan up just to see how she was, and she said she's doing a roast.
Chicken and gravy, carrots and broccoli,
So you can't really turn down a roast, can you?
Yorkshire puddings and sweet potato.
I'm so used to it. I think that's one of my biggest luxuries of living like with my nan and that, where she always had a good shop. All right. How are you? You all right?
We would never have been able to afford if it wasn't for Jean cooking the Sunday roast. I'm so excited, my stomach's rumbling. This is so yummy. I could eat this 10 times over.
Nan's roast chicken has never tasted so good.
It's delicious, very yummy.
But Nan and best friend Shayna want to know whether it's the food or lack of money that's brought them back.
So how much have you got left?
Zilch, that's why I'm stocking up. I'll be fasting for the next 3 days.
Absolutely no pennies at all.
We've probably got a couple of pounds.
But it's all right, because we're going to start dipping into the bill money now.
You can't do that because that's where you'll get into trouble.
With just £2 to last them the rest of the week, Sam's taken Nan's advice and realised that if they've blown the budget we gave them, then there's only one thing for it.
You're right, I'm here for the shoot.
He's gonna have to make some more.
Wicked, thank you, mate. Because this week's budget was basically based on like how many modelling jobs and stuff I got last year, it's kind of put like a bit of pressure on me to want to be busier, because I thought if this is a real life situation, you know, I could be buggered. If I didn't get any jobs for like 3 months or something like that, I could be out of the flat straight away. So it's a lot more pressure on making sure you're busy, making sure you're working all the time.
And it's a good job he went, because Lara's just been out and blown their bill money.
I got a nice little like red bikini, and then I got a nice like yellow and navy bikini. So the yellow and navy one goes with the flip-flops.
How much are you spending in bikinis?
100.
100 quid
Free
on a
bag.
bikini
2
at this
bikinis.
time when we're trying to do something like this. You've left us skint.
Luckily, Sam's been busy arranging to bring in more bacon.
I'm working tomorrow on a big shoot, and then I've got a casting today and that, so I think it's picking up again.
But Lara's not happy about how.
You know I don't like you doing it, so...
It's about money.
Would you like it if it was the other way round and I was doing like bikini or lingerie shoots?
Well, it depends. Can you imagine if you was like the face of Victoria's Secret? I'll be well chuffed. La Senza? Can you imagine going past La Senza and just seeing you there? It'd be wicked.
If it was the other way round, you would hate it. I don't like the fact that other people see you like the way I see you. Like, I hated it when you did stuff in your boxes, because it's like, I don't want you like other people seeing you like that. It should be how only I see you. Because you're mine, and that's the only bit I have left to myself that nobody else can have.
Have you got me to yourself?
I know
Not
that, but I'm saying
pictures.
that, well, that's how I feel. I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's pissing me off.
For the first time all week, the pressures of living like mum and dad are starting to get to them both. While Lara heads out to cool down, Sam goes to let off some steam.
My emotions were running high anyway, but I think that made it worse. But this is the first time really that we've been in each other's faces like 24/7 now.
Lara overreacts to small things. She's always been a drama queen, you know? But I suppose, I don't know. Maybe in a way it's one of the things I like about her.
I hate arguing with him. It does my head in, it must do his head in, and it ended up being more than what it should have been in the first place.
Back in London, Sam and Lara have put their money bust up behind them just in time for the end of their road test.
You learn so much more about each other when it's just you two in the flat. So there's no one else to turn to, there's nowhere else to go to. You're like in each other's face all of the time. At least he's got a gorgeous face.
After this week, I've definitely realised like how much I've took advantage of my nan in the past, you know? In a way, it's kind of childish. Even I'm 21 years old and I've always had her there for me. For like cooking, shopping, washing up, you know, and even just having a place rent-free. I've definitely been taking advantage of that, so I think it's going to change a bit after this.
And that's not all he's learnt from this week.
It's definitely made me think twice about how much I spend and how easily I spend my money, you know? Like, because I always think it's coming in, but it's not going to be that. When you're living by yourself, you've got other things to pay for. And I'll definitely make me prioritise a bit more, I think.
After blowing the budget, they ended the week totally skint, but there have been some benefits.
I think his sex life has been fantastic, innit? It's been wicked, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
Own space, can do it when you want, over there, over here. Even when I'm knackered, I'll fall asleep and he'll still be going.
Don't say that!
But even Sam has to admit there's more to living together than sex.
I've loved the week.
I've really
I loved
enjoyed
having
it.
a little place with you.
Yeah, I think it's definitely made me know, like, I could live with her. I could put up with her. Can I?
No.
No?
Maybe it's made me learn that I can put up with you.
Yeah. Not having, like...
So, while they make their big decision, Nanny's having a look at how their week has gone.
Yesterday, Lara comes in with a little treat for herself. 2 bikinis.
Well, I'm surprised it's Lara that spent the money and not Sam. It seems to be like Sam's thinking now more about money and Lara's just gone and frittered it.
So, after a week of revelations, will Sam and Lara move out for good or go back home to Nan?
Hi!
How are you? All right? I've been watching you on the laptop.
Have you seen us?
Yeah, I've seen you, and I was quite impressed because you was very good. Yeah, you've impressed. I've watched him washing up and clearing up and tidying and making you tea and biscuits when you came in from your night out. And I'm quite impressed that you have managed, and you've managed as good as you have.
I think it has made me think twice about what I spend money on, though, and I will try and budget my money now.
Well, that's
Budgeting
good.
well, you
That's
know.
good. You can budget well.
I've really budgeted well this whole week.
Yeah.
Food and getting to work, that's all I've spent my money on, really. And
We've loved this week, though. It's been like...
You've liked it. You enjoyed it.
yeah, I
You
think more than anything, I think I've learnt that I could definitely live with Lara.
Oh.
You could.
Me and Lara got something to tell you.
What?
We would love to stay there, we just don't have the money. If we have a full-time job, I think definitely we'd be able to afford it more because we don't earn enough at the moment. It's not that, it's that once the rent and the bills have come out, to live off something.
No one in their right mind who's got a normal job at our age can afford to live in London, period, unless you're living in a squat, an absolute crap pile. And I can't live my life thinking, going to work, doing a job I don't want to do for money to live in a place I don't want to be in. Do you know what I mean? And getting older and teaching your kids to do the same thing. It's no way to live your life at all.
If you want a place, Perry, you've just really got to save. You've got to put money away. Let's hope you learn.
Of course.
Good.
I'm a changed man.
Definitely
You're
life
changed.
Why is it hard to believe? Look.
He's changed.
Definitely a life experience, though.
Yeah, good. But I'm very glad for now that he's coming back. You know, he seems to be happy and he seems to agree with Lara that he's got to start being a bit more responsible. And I think he will. Hopefully. Hopefully. So if you're coming back, there's got to be some ground rules. Are you going to pick up your towels, which you leave on the floor and throw
Yeah, pick up my
about?
towels.
And you're going to pick up your clothes a bit more?
Yeah. Can I ask one thing of you?
Yes, darling, yes.
When me and Lara are in my bedroom, you're not allowed to burst in at any given time.
I don't think I
of the
do
night.
burst in. Sometimes I
You knock and then come in. You go,
yeah.
We have that half a second of privacy to jump off each other before you come in.
Oh,
So,
for goodness sake. Too much information. Don't be rude.
Kathleen, watching a film.
Love to move in with Sam one day. Sometime soon, hopefully.
I'd move in with you tomorrow if I could.
So, it's back to Nan's for Sam and Lara.